Essjay and welcome to BBB, Beauty Business Builder. I created these videos to help people in the beauty industry develop and expand their beauty business and to create more revenue. So if you want to take your beauty business to the next level, then keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and you also can catch me on my podcast, which is BBB, Beauty Business Builder. Enjoy. Hi there guys, welcome to another podcast and video. I hope you are all well and are implementing everything that we've been discussing so far. We are still currently in the UK on lockdown. I think we are now probably 40 days till D-Day until we may be able to touch our clients again. So still plenty of time for us to implement all these different tactics, knowledge, all these things that we've been discussing over the course of the podcast to help your business thrive during lockdown. But today I have a very special guest, which I'm very excited to interview. This lady, Lorena, we probably crossed paths about 6 years ago now. And Lorena is a very sought after technician in her field. She is the most sought after technician for tattoo removal and tattoo removal training. She has a very reputable clinic in Harley Street, London, and she has a long list of celebrity clientele that she treats for skin rejuvenation. And her new business venture, which is called Diaries, is something we're going to touch on today. So I'm very happy to introduce Lorena Oberg. Hello, Lorena.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
You are very welcome. Thank you for giving up your time. How are you today?
I'm really well. Well, we're in lockdown, but we're allowed to go out now. So went to the market.
Nice.
It's kind of nice to be able to walk around a bit, even if we have to have 2 meters distance.
Yeah, definitely. You're in London, yeah? Do you live in London as well?
Yes, I do now. Central London, yes.
Fabulous. So normally very busy there then. So I bet it's a little bit like a ghost town.
It really is. It's a very eerie feeling.
Strange. It's like what you see on these like zombie films, isn't it? You know,
exactly like that.
Films. I've got a friend in Vegas and who creates some permanent makeup devices, and he actually recorded the strip in Vegas and sent it to me, and it is so bizarre because you don't imagine something can shut down the country like it has, but yeah, it definitely has. Definitely has.
Hopefully, I think it's probably a once in a lifetime that we will have a situation like this. Hopefully, it's once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime, once in a lifetime.
I can't cope with any more of it.
And you ain't got young kids. I can't cope with this again.
Oh, I have. I thank my children every day for being grown up.
Bless you. Right. Okay. So, did I cover your bio well? Do you want to add anything to that?
Thank you very much.
Add anything to that? No.
It's a permanent makeup removal is really the thing that that I'm known for. I've developed techniques that are quite safe for permanent makeup removal. So that's kind of the world that knows me really well.
Yeah, definitely. And you've been doing it for a long time now, haven't you?
I have, and I love it.
You are the go-to technician for that and for training.
That's right. Yes,
definitely.
Still doing the training.
Definitely. So what? You obviously, the latest venture that you've gone down is a company called Diaries. So
that's right.
What is Diaries? What is it all about?
You're like, how? How did that even happen?
Yeah, okay, how? Yeah, why did you get to that? What made you think we need this, you know?
It was necessity, actually. It wasn't an idea that I had. It's like, oh, I'm going to do a virtual employee business today. No, it wasn't like that at all. What it was is that like many people in our industry, and I think all industries, staffing became a huge problem.
Yeah.
So I wanted to grow the business. I wanted to have more trainings, etc., etc. But every time I tried to hire someone, they would oversell themselves at the interview. They would not be able to promise. I had people. Yeah, and everyone within our industry that you talk to, it's just going to be going like this.
I think a lot of people have got the gift of the gab, haven't they? You know?
And Then they start calling in sick. I had one guy that was calling in sick 3 days a week. And then our cameras caught him playing video games. And although he wasn't, he was still within probation period, we had to be very, very careful because he was the only white guy in the office. He could have claimed discrimination.
Okay. So it's yeah, you've got the certain things you've got to go through before you dismiss somebody as well.
Absolutely.
So you are
even if it's gross misconduct, like playing video games when he should have been working. Funny enough, this guy we hired to do what Busy Diary does now. And then it felt like such a waste of time. You hire someone, you train them, you're basically wasting your money for a month, 2 months, paying them salary when really they're gonna go. I had one lady that I hired her for full-time administration. So she was really good actually, and she knew exactly what 4 weeks in, she's like, oh, I think I want to go part-time. And then she brought in her union executive for her rights. Because she wanted me to fire her so that she could claim benefits. I'm like, no, you need to quit. Because you're the one that is not willing to work. Your job is here full-time, but if you want to go part-time, you need to quit. And then
so you just got to the stage that it was mainly staff for you. It was mainly
staff. I couldn't grow the business.
Investing all this time, all this money on staff to do what isn't a real. When we talk more about Busy Diaries, it is more about scheduling appointments, responding to emails, social media, and you're investing all that
picking
time
up the phone.
People. Picking up the phone.
Yeah, picking up the phone.
It's not like they're going to be a laser technician and directly earning you big money. This is something that can easily be done and easily be trained in. But if you're having to do it every 4 months, you're wasting time and money.
You're wasting time and money. And also, as a small business, you have to pay 4 weeks holiday. You have to pay for the sick days. You have to pay if someone gets pregnant and goes off on maternity leave. And then you need to save that job for them. All of this stifles a small business. And about a year and a half ago, I took on the chap that's now my business partner, Vincent, to do my social media.
I have met him, spoke to him,
Oh, he's wonderful. I'm so lucky to have him. And we began to do, he was doing a really good job. Because I know a lot about SEO. I know a lot about social media marketing. So I knew where his challenges were. And he was delivering. He was delivering leads, but then the leads weren't being followed up properly. Because, funny enough, to follow up leads properly, you need somebody trained in sales, marketing, and customer service. It's a specialized job. And I'm saying, Vincent, Jesus, the thought of having to hire someone to do this sends me into convulsion. And he said to me, let's try to outsource it. And I said to him, I have no clue how to do that. You go. Off you go. And he did. And we outsourced it. And it took us about 3 months, but we actually cracked the system with sort of like the way the phones, and we cracked how to do this. And all of a sudden, my diary was full for 6 months.
Wow.
And my life changed.
I think it's acting on it as well. And I think what we forget in this industry is we go into this industry because we want to do that personal care job. We want to be a hairdresser or a beauty therapist or a tattooist. We want to do that. And before you know it, we are doing marketing, social media, web designing, branding, and all these jobs. We know how to do it because we have to learn to do it. But
we have to learn to do it. That's exactly right.
Yeah, but it takes us so much time. So whereas somebody who knows the system, who knows how to do your SEOs and whatever,
boom. It's all in ready.
Definitely. But don't you think as entrepreneurs, don't you think that we have the trouble in letting go? Because that's my biggest problem, actually.
I did.
Because I got my business, it's mine. I don't want anyone to dabble with anything that I do. So don't you think that's a battle that a lot of people can have?
Yes, but I think that we have that because we haven't been able to find the right people. So it's a protection mechanism of nobody can do it as good as I. But then if you get the right people, when we got Busy Diary going for myself, before we launched it to everyone else, I had that. It just got to the point where I have Charlotte, who's very good, but if Charlotte wasn't answering phones, I thought, oh my God, how
I've got nobody.
Is the service going to be there? So I became very paranoid, and I think we all, because it's our brand.
Yeah.
But once you have a team that's being monitored in place, then it's so easy to let go. It's so easy to go, actually, you can do that because you know it's being done right. And that's not a bad thing to be a control freak when it's your brand, when it's your face.
No, of course not.
And the beauty, I think, for me was being able to show up and not really have to do all of this back work. That's why we call it Busy Diary, because we get your diary busy, and all you do is you show up to do the services, and all of that is taken care for you.
So with Busy
Diaries, what it did, it's changed my quality of life.
Yeah. Well, with Busy Diaries then, so if I, like when you said you and Vincent kind of teamed up and he said, right, let's try and outsource this, you had no idea where to go from there. But this is the business this is Busy Diaries. So you've done the hard work for all of us. So we basically can come to you and say, right, I want to outsource this. What the hell do I do? Who can help me? You've already vetted these people. They're working under you, under Busy Diaries brand.
Exactly.
So you've got more of an element of trust there as well because of obviously your background.
There's a few things. One, I remember the day that Vincent and I decided to outsource this. We were like on the second bottle of wine, and we thought, I think we might have something here.
Yeah.
And we talked about it, and we thought, you know what, I think it's a good idea. And then, of course, I put it out to my colleagues. But what we would do with a company like yours is we'd say, right, SJ, tell me your 3 biggest headaches and your 3 biggest wishes.
Yeah.
Tell me about your company. Remember, we are business people. We have done this. I was a single mom on benefits when I started. Yeah. So I know what it's like have literally, and that's why you and I know so much, because I had to do my own website. I had to do my own SEO. I had to do
I'm a geek. I'm called a geek.
Exactly. So that's why we know so much about it.
Yeah.
And well, you're fairly well structured, but say somebody that's just done a permanent makeup class would say, okay, you need a website. If you're going to do it yourself, which is what we usually recommend, this is where you go. You're going to need to do X, Y, and Z. You can do it yourself, or we can do it for you. If you decide to do it yourself because you're time rich, which most people are when they're in the situation we were, then we tell you what to do and where to go. But we won't actually do it for you. And then we hook up the phones to your website, to your booking system. We start generating the leads, calling them, and getting you people booked in. Yeah. And I know it sounds too good to be true, but honestly, if you know what you're doing, it is that easy because the experience is there. We've done it. We do it all the time.
Yeah. Well, I will say to people that are watching and listening, I started up with Busy Diaries probably. I only made connection I've known about you. I've been watching and listening about a week ago, and you've teamed me up with an amazing girl, Sandy. She's on me all the time. I need this, which is fantastic. And I want her to control my social media. I'm going to start with Instagram first, and she's on that. And the thing is she's generating really good content. And I haven't got time for that. You know, there's no way I'd be doing my podcast right now and my YouTube video if I'm doing the content she's doing. And it's not expensive, you know, because stuff like that, you think, oh my goodness, I'm going to be spending the earth. And because you're kind of outsourcing it as well, the rates are very different. You know, if I was going to get somebody to do that in this country, it would cost me a lot more.
But also the way you have to do the math is how much would a salary, someone decent here, cost you? Probably £15 an hour.
Yeah.
Then you have to pay holidays. Then you have to pay sick days.
Yeah.
Then they might only want part-time, which means that there's no continuation. And you're absolutely right. It will end up costing you more because we have the people that are ready to work with different skills. So when you come to us and you have certain tasks, we're like, okay, we know the right person for that job.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is that if we're doing your phones, we'll have 2 people working for you.
Yeah.
So that if one is ill, which people are, allowed to get sick, the other one's going to pick up the phones. So you're never going to have the, oh, great, she's cold and sick again. And I need to do nails, I need to do a facial, and the phone's ringing. The minute that phone goes to answer phone, you're losing money.
Yeah.
Because you need to make the calculation of how much it's cost you to get that phone call in advertising, and it's not just money, it's time, which of course translates to money. And every single time that phone goes to answer phone, it's cost you that client. Because believe you me, they're on Google and they're just going to go to the next person that's going to pick up the phone.
And I think that with obviously some people don't ring now. A lot of people like to send an email or a Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger. There's been times that I will get a message in the morning and I'm gridlocked all day because I'm doing what earns me money. End of the day, I sit down at the end of the day till 11 o'clock at night, respond to the messages, and I would have missed a lot of them because they would have just gone through the phone and picked their top 3 permanent makeup texts and gone to the next one. So, well, this is where I think a lot of people think I can do it myself though. I can cope, I can manage. And yes, we can manage, but the point is we shouldn't have to spend all that time and evening trying to catch up. And like you say, we've probably lost half the people anyway. You know, if we was to outsource it gets done straight away, then we can concentrate on what earns us the most money.
And when people say to me, oh, that's really expensive, what I say is it's not, and you have no idea how expensive it is not to have us.
Yeah.
Because you're losing that business.
Definitely.
We will grab every lead. We will maximize every lead that comes through.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I've got you working with my social media, but I do think when the lockdown lifts, then I'm going to start rolling you into more stuff. I just wanted to free up some time. I'm just sick of working so hard and so much. And I just wanted that a bit of time generated so I can do my next thing. It's not necessarily to free up time so I've got more free time. I've got that many ideas and businesses in my head that I want to kind of work towards, but everything is holding me back because it's actually having the time to do it. Because you get home and you're like, I've not posted 3 stories on Instagram yet. I've got to do my 3 stories on Instagram or they'll not like it. I've got to respond to these. And before you know it, it's 11 o'clock at night. And then you start the next day again, So
I think with you, Essjay, so you have small children, and the one thing you can't do is buy back the time with your children.
Exactly.
That's really the most important issue. So when you're saying I'm getting home and I'm doing Instagram stories, that's 10 minutes that you could have read a story to your children, and you will not be able. And they grow up so quick.
Oh, they do. This is why I do a lot of my work so I'll get in, tonight I'm working late, but normally I'll do all the bedtime stories, then I get my laptop out and work when they're in bed at 8 and 9 o'clock. So I always work every night because that's when they're in bed or get up early. I do have that quality time, but there's some people that don't. And, outsourcing is the way forward. I think it really, really is. I think a lot of us need to let go of the reins.
You do have to be very careful who you outsource to, because a lot of people that are watching this are saying, "Oh yeah, I know, I tried that, and I tried hiring someone to do your social media, and then the leads were not good quality," because you kind of get into the cycle of if what I call the cycle of being defragmented. So if you have one company, like, which is what happened to me when Vincent was generating the leads, he would generate all these leads. Then I had someone calling them, and this person would say, "Oh, the leads are bad quality." And Vincent would be here like, "No, the leads are fine. You have a bad salesperson."
Yeah.
So what we do is we do the whole cycle. So there's no one to push the buck here.
Yeah.
If your diary is not getting booked up, it's down to us. It could be a million things that we have to tweak, we have to do, but it certainly is not somebody else's fault.
Yeah. And this is the good thing about the company that you've generated. You're doing the whole lot, and because you've done it yourself, you did it for your own.
We close the cycle.
You're not just a business person that thinks, you know what, this is a good business to have, let me do it. You did it because you needed it, and you found that you was getting amazing response. So then you've gone out and created this business around your needs. And it's a full circle. So, you know, anyone who's listening and watching that has outsourced and have not had the leads met, then, you know, it's worth touching base with Lorena Oberg or Vincent at Busy Diaries and talking through your problems that you've had, and they can put your mind at ease on that and make sure that's not going to happen with you guys. What would you, obviously I'm getting a lot of people that are interested in these channels that are finances are not there, or they're new in business. What would you say would be the best thing to kind of invest in if you're kind of new in business and you want to kind of get known a little bit? Obviously, this might be not the priority to go for. What do you think would be a good thing to first invest in?
You need that website, but you don't have to spend £1,000 with somebody else doing it. Go to Wix.com, do it yourself. You don't need a really full swanky website when you first begin. I think I had my original website, which I did myself, for a good 5 years.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I was established and I had someone do a professional website. But still, to this day, because you can become a control freak, I do all my pages, all my writing, all my own SEO, search engine optimization. Once you have your website, then it's the time to go to Google's and open up the Google Places.
Yeah.
There's a lot, which I think now it's called Google for Business.
Google My Business. Anybody needs Google My Business, definitely.
Yes. But you should only go on that once you have a website, because then people will link. So the first step, website. Second step is social media, Google My Business.
Yeah.
And the main ones, social media, are Facebook and Instagram. Twitter used to be really I never got Twitter. I just never understood it. But it's quite popular. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have limited amount of time,
I think you have to learn where your clients come from as well, because we've all got different clients. I think in business, you need to know your avatar. You need to know who you're trying to sell, what you do to. You know, my ladies are very much like me. In my permanent makeup and aesthetics world, they are in the 30s, busy mums. That's my avatar. You know, you need to know who you are selling to. So if I've got nail technicians watching this, and make sure you're on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. You know,
I know where they hang out. Like you say, do they hang out in TikTok? Do they hang out in Facebook? So know where your tribe hangs out, really.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's where you target.
Really good few insights. So what does the future hold for Busy Diaries? And obviously you are it's still relatively new company.
It is.
What are the future plans?
The future plans is to take over the world. We want to offer, I think it's because it's so personal to me, we want to offer this to other in my same situation. So many people in our industry, Essjay, are 1, 2, 3 man bands that don't have the time, energy, patience, or will to do the administration side, the marketing side, the booking, the phone number. And it's like you say, why should you go home and answer those Instagram messages when really you can. At BC Diary, we do all that. We stay on top of the Instagram, emails, everything.
Yeah.
And then we just book people in, take the deposits, book people in. It's a quality of life thing. So I think that my goal is to give others like ourselves that quality of life back.
Yeah. I hope that's going to do it for me, because I am a little bit of a workaholic, and it'll probably free up some time for me to do something else.
Well, that's it. But we'll go, no.
The more businesses I have, the more I'll need your help for other things. But I think that's the true entrepreneur in us. You know, even if we free up our time, we could never just do nothing, because we're born to do something. So we could do that for a month or so, and it'd be like, right, what's the next thing? What am I doing now?
But I think even you'll find with our busy diary staff, they'll start messaging you on a Sunday, and I'm like, no, it's Sunday. You're at the beach, so no.
Leave me alone.
Message me tomorrow.
Okay, right. I'm going to ask you a few they're still beauty related, but about you, a little bit about you. So if you didn't do what you do, so your permanent makeup removal, what did you want to do when you was younger? What did you want to grow up to be?
Wow. Actually, I'm a bit like you. You don't know this. I'm actually really artistic.
Okay.
So I think that my life calling was in restoring period paintings. So where I should have been is restoring art at the National Gallery. That's where I should have been.
Okay. Maybe your next life.
No.
You're too big and loud for that. You are.
We're done here. We're done.
What is your essential hair or beauty must-have product, or something you can't live without?
Oh my goodness.
It can't be hair down. Look at the state of the hair. No hairdressers.
Okay, no judging. No, I
won't judge.
The best creams I've found is the caviar range at Aldi for £8.
Caviar range at Aldi?
Yes, that's what I use. I can't live without it.
My goodness. Oh, that surprises me. Is it got much caviar in? Or is it?
It's got no caviar in, but you know what? My face is fantastic. For 52, I don't have a single wrinkle on me, okay? It's a lot. It's diet, as you know. It's diet, it's exercise.
Yeah, of course it is. But that's the product
your skin reflects your health.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I don't believe in hugely expensive products. I believe I worship at the Holy Church of coconut oil. I take my makeup off with coconut oil at night, and then I wash my face, my Aldi caviar range, and I'm done.
Love it. Right, what have you got? Any pet peeves? Have you got anything that really annoys you?
Negative people. I can't do it.
I would say I've got negative people, but slow people. I can't stand people that are slow. If you've got an idea, start planning, do it. I hate these. Oh, I'm going to do that. And then 6 months later, you're like, oh, did you start doing that? Oh, well, just go, just do things, So yeah, negative and slow people is mine. What do you love to do when you're not working?
Oh, I don't know, because I've only recently moved back to London, so I have like a new life happening.
Where was you before?
It's in the suburbs.
Okay.
In the suburbs.
Wow,
so I was still commuting in, but moved back to London now. My social life is here. I do socialize a lot, I have to admit. So most of the time is like now you can't do much except go for a walk with friends, as long as you're socially distanced for 2 meters. I seem to be cooking a lot. I seem to be buying lots of expensive food.
Expensive crap on the internet.
True.
It's crazy. I saw somebody put a post on about, eating out, £0, exercise, £0. And then it came to Amazon and...
I think that was me, actually. I put that up.
Yeah. Do you have any business regrets? Do you have any regrets in business?
I think that Probably not doing Busy Diaries sooner.
Really?
Yeah, that's my biggest regret.
Yeah.
Because if I had done this 5 years ago, my business would be a lot different.
Yeah. But don't you think now you're probably at a stage where if you've got this secondary business, Busy Diaries, you might be able to find that will sustain. You created a bit of a passive income there. You created an income where you're not having to put hand to clients. So you've created something which can just almost run itself. Obviously your clinic has to have you there.
From Bora Bora, may I add? That's the plan.
Oh, fantastic. Well, Lorena, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
I will say to anybody who's watching or listening, all Lorena and Busy Diaries details are going to be on this channel, this podcast, this YouTube video, wherever you're watching or listening to this. If you want to reach out to Lorena Oberg or Vincent, then you can message me directly and I'll connect you. But thank you, Lorena. It has been a pleasure to have you today.
If anybody wants to have what we call a free business consultation, which is where we just talk to you, find out about your business and give you ideas as to what you should be doing, what ducks you should be lining up, by all means, the Busy Diary website, just schedule a call and one of our agents will call you back and just give you
fabulous. Lots of training. Awesome. So free consults. So just get in touch and say you heard it with BBB, with SJ, and she will sort you out a free consult. So thank you so much, Lorena. It's been a pleasure.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hi guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel that you have got great benefit from this and you would like to work with me on a one-to-one or join one of my webinars, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. You can connect with me on Facebook and Instagram, and all my links should be below in the description. I look forward to speaking to you soon and taking your business to the next level. Bye for now.